Good afternoon, friends. Satyam Vada Dharmachara, Satyamev Jayate. Welcome to the news desk on income tax, GST, and corporate laws. Let's start from the income tax. Bangalore Tribunal vacant land couldn't be treated as a residential house while determining eligibility of the Section 54A exemption. Under this case law, where SSE was denied benefit of the deduction under Section 54F on ground that SSE owned more than one residential house other than new asset on date of the transfer of the original asset, since properties were in fact not residential houses owned by it, and SSE had only given lease of the vacant land and obtained rent for land and not for any building, and thus SSE did not own more than one residential house other than new asset on date of the transfer of the original asset. Deduction under Section 54F should be allowed to SSE. Second decision held in this case, provision of Section 55, Section 2B to provide that if a capital asset becomes property of the SSE by way of the succession, cost of acquisition of capital asset would be cost of capital asset to the previous owner or fair market value as on 1st April 1981 at option of the SSE. If or capital assets by acquired by previous owner prior to the 1st April 1981. Third decision held in this case, where the SSE had adopted value as on 1st April 81 at rupees 150 per square feet on the basis of the report of a registered valuer and guidelines. Value of property as on 1st April 1981 was rupees 100 per square feet. Claim of the SSE for adopting fair market value as on 1st April 1981 at rupees 150 per square feet was reasonable and same was directed to be accepted. Second case, Bangalore Tribunal. Provision of the Section 40AI is not applicable on depreciation as it is a statutory deduction and not outgoing expenses. In this case, where SSE was engaged in providing business process outsourcing, a company engaged in the engineering design services which fell within ambit of the knowledge process outsourcing, requiring high skill set was comparable to SSE. And second, where SSE was engaged in the providing IT-enabled services and revenue sought inclusion of the company engaged in the medical transcription services falling under IT-enabled services. However, at the same time, revenue sought exclusion of another company also engaged in the medical transcription services. Revenue approach to the transfer pricing study being not uniform. Issue of the comparability of the company sought for inclusion was to be set aside to the transfer pricing officer for appraised consideration. And third, depreciation is a statutory deduction and not an outgoing expenditure. Therefore, Section 40AI does not apply to such a deduction. Third amendment, Ahmedabad Tribunal, no proportionate disallowance of the interest expenditure without providing that a part borrowed sum not used for the business purposes. In this case, Ahmedabad Tribunal held that where all the requisite conditions for allowance of the interest are fulfilled, it is not open to revenue to make a part disallowances unless there is a positive finding recorded that a part of the amount borrowed is not used for the purpose of business. Ministry of Finance issued press release on the 20th September 2020. In this press release, 9,538 crore of the revenue generated as 35,074 taxpayer opted for Vivad Se Biswas scheme till 8 September 2020. Sri Anurag Singh Thakur, Union Minister of the State for Finance and Corporate Affairs, is a written reply to a question in Rajya Sabha has stated that 35,074 taxpayers have opted for the Direct Tax Vivad Se Biswas Act since its enactment till 8 September 2020, the revenue generated till date through this act is rupees 9,538 crore. Another case, Uttarakhand High Court. High Court remanded matter for the reconsideration as assessee produced relevant evidence to justify genuineness of the creditor. Uttarakhand High Court held that where addition under Section 68 was made in hands of the assessee as it had failed to satisfy authority with regard to genuineness of the creditor since it had produced relevant evidence before High Court, it would be just and appropriate to direct assessing officer to reconsider matter afresh by considering said evidence. Let's start GST. Madras High Court refund restriction on the input service under inverted duty structure scheme is valid and constitutional. Madras High Court held that writ petition filed against restriction imposed by Rule 89 Sub-Rule 5 of the CGST rules on claiming refund of the unutilized input tax credit on input services under inverted rate structure scheme are dismissed. Honorable Madras High Court held that the restriction is not against Article 14 of the Constitution and Rule 89 Sub-Rule 5 is in line with the Clause 2 of Section 54 Subsection 3 of the CGST Act. Rajasthan High Court, freezing of the bank account under customs beyond 1 year is not permissible where investigation is initiated under GST. In this case, where investigation under the Central Goods and Service Tax Act was pending against assessee company, impugned order of freezing bank account of the assessee passed by the Deputy Commissioner of the Custom preventive in view of the investigation initiated against assessee by anti-evasion being of the Central Goods and Service Tax was unjustified and same was to be set aside. AR Gujarat, actual value of the land can't be deducted on sale on the property inclusion of the land, even if land value is ascertainable. In this ruling, assessee was engaged in the business of the construction for same assessee bought land and developed residential or commercial property on that land for purpose. Assessee engaged architect, consultant, structural engineers to prepare plan for development of the residential or commercial property. Further, assessee entered into agreement with prospective buyers for selling such residential or commercial property. Agreement entered into for inclusion of the land or undivided share of the land basis. They construct such residential or commercial property by engaging labor machinery for purpose and transfer such property to buyers. Whether value of the supply for transaction of the sale of the residential or commercial property with the undivided right of the land was to be arrived in terms of the deeming provision of para 2 of the notification number 11 upon 2017. Amended by 1 upon 2018 dated 25th January 2018. Bombay High Court. Bombay High Court sets aside order cancelling registration of the assessee without considering assessee reply to the notice. Where competent authority cancel registration of the assessing stating that in response to the so-called notice, no reply was given by the assessee, since it was evident from the record that assessee had submitted reply to the so-called notice within time prescribed in notice. The impugned order cancelling registration of the assessee deserved to be set aside. The VIC issue a notification on 21st September. Maximum late fee capped at rupees 500 for Form GSTR 10. The government has capped the maximum late fee of the 500 for those registered person who fail to furnish Form GSTR 10 by the due date, but furnishes the same between the 22nd September 2020 to 31st December 2020. Another notification. time limit for issuance of the invoice with respect to the goods sent taken out of the India on approval extended to the 31st October 2020. The time limit for issuance of the invoice in respect of the goods being sent or taken out of the India on approval for sale or return as specified under Section 31 Section 7 of the CGST Act, which falls during the period from the 20th March 2020 to 30th October 2020, and which could not be completed within such time, has been extended to 31st October 2020. AR Gujarat, amount recovered as reimbursement from customer for fuel procured on behalf of them is includable in value of services. Whereas SSC was engaged in providing services classifiable under HSN 99603, that is the rental services of the aircraft, including passenger aircraft, freight aircraft, and like with or without operator in terms of the notification 11 upon 2017. Charter hire services, for which a fleet of the around 30 helicopter were hired by the SSC, and SSC also entered into a contract to provide fuel on behalf of a customer at location where customer was unable to provide fuel in order to ensure continuity of the flying. Amount recovered as reimbursement at actual by SSC from customer for fuel procured on behalf of the customer was required to be included in value of services provided by SSC. AR Gujarat Naturopathy Center offering wellness package where the stay is a mandatory are not healthcare services. Gujarat AR held the classification of the services accommodation, food and beverages services. Heading number 9963. Applicant was one of the largest naturopathy center in India, which provide different types of the wellness facilities such as naturopathy, Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, and physiotherapy or to customer. Wellness package offered by the applicant indicated that customer could not avail wellness facility without opting for accommodation made available by the applicant. Said package also involved supply of the food to customer during a stay in period. In this case, held that since customer could not avail wellness package offered by the applicant without opting for the accommodation, element of the accommodation becomes primary activities in said package, and thus a composite supply of the services provided by applicant would be treated as a supply of accommodation services falling under heading number 9963 and a specific heading number 996311, and therefore exemption available at entry number 74 of the exemption notification number 12 on 2017 central tax dated 28 June 2017 would not be applicable to the applicant. AR Gujarat, royalty paid to the government for mining activity is classifiable under heading 9973. 18% GST is payable under RCM. Gujarat AR held that where the applicant was granted mining lease for the extracting stones along with the associated mines and minerals by a state government against payment of royalty, services provided by government are covered under heading number 9973 as mentioned in annexure at serial number 257 of notification 11/2017 as licensing service for right to use mineral, including its exploration and evaluation, and taxable at the 18% GST. Delhi High Court Rule 90 Sub Rule 3, which treats rectify refund application as a fresh application challenge before Delhi High Court. Writ file challenging Rule 90 Sub Rule 3 of the CGST rules to the extent where in rectification of the deficiencies are treated as submission of the fresh application for the purpose of the computing limitation period for refund claim and grant of the interest on the delayed refund under CGST Act. This rule is depriving applicant of their rights to claim interest on refund from the date of the initial application. The Honorable High Court issued notice to the government in this regard. Gujarat High Court, in another case, authority do not power to invoke provisional attachment during pendency of the proceeding. Gujarat High Court held that where competent authority during pendency of the proceeding instituted under Section 71, subsection 1 against SSC pass order under Section 83 of provisional attachment of the stock of the SSC. There was no power vested in authority to invoke provision of Section 83 during pendency of the proceeding instituted under Section 71, subsection 1. Kerala High Court, filing of the return within a statutory period of 30 days of the service of the assessment order cannot be extended. Kerala High Court held that where the SSC failed to file return within the period available under the Act and thereupon competent authority pass assessment order on SSC on best judgment basis under Section 62, subsection 1. An SSC filed writ petition seeking extension of the period of 30 days contemplated under Section 62, subsection 2. It would be unjustified in granting an extension of the period contemplated under Section 62, subsection 2. Ministry of Finance issued press release on 20th September. Few states are yet to be provided their concerns on the option provided by the Union for the GST compensation sales. As discussed in the 41st council meeting, the state were given two options to meet their GST compensation shortfall for current financial year for market borrowing. However, some state unity have suggested central government to borrow money from the market and compensate a state to meet GST revenue shortfall. In this regard, the central government continue to remain engaged with the state who have not given either of the borrowing option. Under international taxation, Karnataka High Court, some paid to the non-resident for quality check couldn't be held as FTS as it required no technical knowledge. In this case, payment made by the SSC a 100% export-oriented undertaking towards services rendered by the non-resident company would not fall within the ambit of the fees from the technical services under Section 917, as non-resident company was not involved either in identification of the exporter or selecting material and negotiating price. It was observed that quality of the material was already determined by the SSC, on non-resident company was only required to make physical inspection of the material to examine if it is a resemble quality as specified by SSC, and for rendering a forces service no technical knowledge was required. Another case in transfer pricing, Madras High Court writ not maintainable on finding that payment of the royalty was higher than average royalty paid by the comparable. With the TPO finding that royalty paid by the SSC company to its holding company was higher than average royalty paid by 4 comparable company, made addition to income of the SSC, and SSC file an instant writ petition against same. Since statutory remedies were available in system, SSC ought to be have approached tribunal before approaching this court. Thus, a instant writ petition could not be entertained. Under FCRA Amendment Bill 2020, the government has introduced the Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill 2020 in the Lok Sabha on September 21st, 2020, with a twin objective to make the FCRA law more stringent and to streamline the provision of the FCRA by strengthening the compliance mechanism, enhancing transparency and accountability in this receipt and utilization of foreign contribution worth thousands of the crores of the rupees every year. The key amendment proposed in the bill are discussed in a separate lecture. We are or WhatsApp we are forwarded sent full copy of the highlights in WhatsApp message. Thank you so much for watching news desk on the income tax, GST and corporate laws. Please share among the professional colleague and student for the regular updation on the income tax, GST, international taxation, FEMA, FCRA, company law. So thank you so much.